All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little Golden State Warrior Orlando Magic recap video. Check out Pig and a Pickle, two locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Pig and a Pickle. Go get the brisket. Go get the brisket chili. Say hi to Damon and Mary. Tell them that Krug sent you. And this video is also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Check that link in the description. Use the promo code Krug, K-R-U-E-G, and they will match you up to your first $100. All right, let's talk a little bit about the Warriors and the Magic. You know, things had not started well for the Warriors on this homestand. They lost the last two games. They started the homestand 0-2. Tonight they take on Orlando. Game 33 of the season, Golden State 15-17. And it's the 10th game of Draymond Green's suspension. He has still not been back in the facility. It's interesting. They're giving him a break. He's giving them a break. It's like a break from Draymond and a break for the team. And the Warriors have found a way to survive without him. In fact, I thought the lineup they started tonight is their best lineup. It has Steph, Chris Paul, Clay, so kind of a three-guard alignment, Jonathan Kuminga at power forward, and Trace Jackson Davis at center. This is the group that they had on the floor to finish the Celtics game. I think this is their best starting five without Draymond Green. And tonight they went to their best starting five, and they wind up winning the game. Let's go through it. Golden State came out in the first quarter and they won the first quarter 30-28, very close, but Golden State with the 2-point edge at the end of the quarter. And it looked like Golden State was going to lead at halftime, but they allowed a deep three right before the buzzer. So Orlando wound up winning that second quarter 27-25, and the Warriors and the Magic were tied 55-55 at half. Now, Steph Curry had 19 points in the first half, but only 1 of 5 on three-pointers. Franz Wagner had 13 points to lead Orlando. Wagner was outstanding tonight. Paolo Banchero had 10 points and 8 rebounds. Warriors shot 51% in the first half, 32% from beyond the arc. Orlando shot 38% in the first half, 29% on threes. But it was a tie game because Golden State missed 7 free throws in the first half. They made 7, they missed 7. They took 14 free throws, they missed 7. For an NBA team to miss 7 free throws in a half is truly reprehensible. And Orlando won big on the glass. They were up 28-17 at the break, plus 11 on the glass, most of that damage on the offensive glass. Orlando had 13 offensive rebounds on the offensive glass and beat Golden State 13-4, plus 9 on the offensive glass in the first half. Also, Orlando got out and ran. They had 15 fast break points. The Warriors had none. So, Clay only took 2 shots because he had 3 fouls in the first half. He only played 9 minutes in the first half and took 2 shots. Orlando's bench, by the way, scored 24 points in the first half. So, even though it was tied at halftime, there were a lot of indications that Orlando was having things going in the way they wanted. Kerr mentioned before the game, he's like, hey, man, we haven't found that grit. We haven't really pulled together as a team, which is odd to see, but, it just kind of shows that there's more growth needed here from Golden State. Golden State comes out in the third quarter, and they did win that third quarter by 6, 32-26. But the downside in the third quarter is they lost Gary Payton the second again. This time he went out with a left leg injury. It looked like his left hamstring. And who knows how much time Gary's going to have to miss. I mean, he's just always hurt. I mean, the guy gets hurt and he misses extended time. He came back for a couple of games. Now he pulled the left hammy. It looked kind of serious the way he got mad at himself and seemed like he walked off the floor like he was going to be gone for weeks. So who knows on Gary Payton? That's something to watch for. But end of the third quarter, Warriors had an 87-81 lead. Curry then hit a deep three with about 4:25 left in the fourth quarter to give Golden State a 7-point lead at 104-97. And then Golden State was up 110-101 with 2:15 left. Klay Thompson had a phenomenal second half. He really was good in the second half. Franz Wagner had a beautiful step-through lay-in to cut the lead to 7 at 110-103. But then Orlando had kind of a bad call go against them. They called out of bounds on Paolo Banchero, and the replay showed that he wasn't out of bounds, but Orlando had lost their challenge, so they couldn't challenge it. Just a bad call, bad luck there. And then Curry with the one-hand lay-in to make it 112-103, and that was pretty much the dagger shot. Banchero would miss a three-pointer on the next possession down. Golden State rebounded. We also saw Franz Wagner, have a flagrant foul against Steph that wasn't reviewed by the refs simply because it happened in the last minute, the last 30 seconds of the game. So the refs are like, well, let's just get this game over. But I mean, come on, man. If you're going to call a flagrant foul against Golden State earlier in the game on Kuminga, you got, which was far less egregious than the Wagner flagrant foul on Steph, you got to call that. But Golden State, anyway, wins it 121-115. They're back in action Thursday against Denver and then Friday against the Pistons as the homestand continues. Weird game. Steph missed 3 free throws in this game, which, they're talking about a guy who shoots in the mid-90s from the foul line. To see him miss 3 free throws in a month is rare. Missed three free throws in one game is shocking. But all 5 Warriors scored in double figures. First time that had happened all season. Golden State shot 54% from the field. They wound up missing 13 free throws on the night, and they still wind up winning by 6, 121-115. Big night for Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga, is now getting minutes. Kuminga needs some regular minutes. Steve, if you're watching this video, give Kuminga regular minutes. He had 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Curry finished with 36 and 6 assists. Clay, after a real quiet first half, had a nice second half. He finished with 15. Wiggins off the bench finished with 10. Podziemski had 10 points and 4 rebounds and made a number of nice shots. Double digits for Trayce Jackson-Davis. He had a 10-point game. Chris Paul had 12. The Warriors got 29 points from their bench, and they win 121-115. For Orlando, Paolo Banchero, the former Duke star, 22 and 11. Their big stars, Franz Wagner. In fact, the Wagner brothers were both good tonight. Franz had 25, and what a talent he is. He's just got great footwork. He's got an inside-outside game. He's skinny, but he's strong, and he's a lot bigger than you think. So you got Franz Wagner at 25, and then Mo Wagner off the bench had 12 points and 5 rebounds in just 15 minutes. Orlando shot 45% from the field. They won on the fast break 23-5, and they won on the paints and the point 54-46, and they got 40 points from their bench. But Golden State did a nice job defensively in this game and were just too much and get the 121-115 win. So good win for Golden State for sure. And now they get Denver on Thursday night. They get the Pistons on Friday night, and we'll see if they can keep it going. Warriors have played an awful lot of close games. They haven't really come together as a team. I think everybody's kind of waiting to see what Mike Dunleavy might cook up at the trade deadline, and there's no doubt the Warriors need a little help. But I really hope they don't move their young guys, Moody, Kuminga, Trayce Jackson-Davis, or Podziemski. I don't want to see those guys moved. To me, I like all those guys. I think they're all improving. I think those are guys that they really should keep. If you got to move one young guy, I guess I'd move Moody of that group, but I'm not in a real rush to move Moses either. I think if he got consistent minutes, he would play and produce more. But I think Golden State definitely needs some kind of a deal. Now, I don't know if Wiggins is going to be here. I don't know if they're going to part ways with Chris Paul now that Podziemski's come on as a guy who can play some backup one. I'm not really sure exactly what the deal they're going to be able to cook up. I know that Mike Dunleavy is going to look to shake it up between now and the trade deadline in February. But all I'll say is this. It's good to see the Warriors winning games and giving minutes to Trayce Jackson-Davis and Jonathan Kuminga. Both of those guys scored in double figures tonight. Kuminga can do almost anything he wants to do on the floor. He's one of the most athletic players in the entire league. Trayce Jackson-Davis just knows how to play. Don't call him a rookie. He played 4 years in the Big Ten. There's all kinds of rookies in this league that don't have a clue of how to play and definitely don't play well off the ball and don't understand how to play 5-man basketball. and know the proper spacing and know what good shot selection is and play under control and play smart. Trayce Jackson-Davis does all that every night. Every night. He understands how to play off the ball. He knows how to get others involved. He knows what good shot selection is. He can play within the offense. He doesn't take wild shots. He plays under control. So overall, I would have to say, is any game where the Warriors can play Kuminga and Trayce Jackson-Davis and Podziemski significant minutes and win, that's like almost like a double win. You're developing 3 of your 4 young players that really have talent, and you're winning at the same time. So overall, great night for the Warriors. 121-115. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. Thanks to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.